Hello, can anybody hear me? Oh, hi. Hi, Marge. Thank you for happy birthday. Somebody type, make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, thank you. Yes, okay, great. You can hear me. So this is me, Sarah, and today is my birthday. I am 39 years old. So I normally like to spend my birthday camping and hiking, but instead I'm in my apartment. So I'm just here on the couch. I decorated a little bit. So I have my travel gnome. I put him there. I also have a sheep, and then I pretty much ran out of decorations. So I put up some boxes of craft dinner because that's like a good food to have in your pantry when you're quarantined. I hope everybody knows what craft dinner is. It's Canadian macaroni and cheese, and it tastes really good when you put ketchup on it and hot sauce, and I also like to add Montreal steak spice. So anyhow, of course it's my birthday, so I should be wearing this crown. I did have a backup hat in case I get tired of the crown. My birthday backup hat is this dragon or Godzilla. You know, I was thinking about wearing this, and well, I have like the full outfit, wearing this guy and going for a walk through the neighborhood just for fun. But it turned out to be pretty rainy outside, so not the best outfit for walking around the neighborhood and frightening children from their windows. Anyhow, what are you guys typing to me here? I gotta look on this little phone. Oh, thank you very much. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Heiko. David and Moose, thank you. If you guys have any questions or things you want to ask me, feel free to write it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just talk about some more birthday stuff. So my mom sent me a card. I'm assuming my mom is watching out there. Thanks, Mom, for the card. And you know, I'm not even like a fan of gifts, so I don't really get any gifts. This isn't related to my birthday, but there's a woman in the Camiga's Facebook group. It's like a group for ladies who walk on the Camino de Santiago. And she was painting some scallop shells, and she asked, would anyone like one? And I said, me, please, this purple sparkly one. So she mailed it to me. And so it's not really a birthday gift, but I'll take it as such. And then, you know, I have a drink on the go. I'm gonna have a lady friend because I really like this one. It's a local beer from Allure Brewing Company. And because I like to think that's me in my own little world, the alternate reality world where I can actually go hiking. So cheers to everyone. If you have a drink, or it's not quite time for drinking and you have a coffee or a glass of water or whatever on the go, cheers. That is nice. And, you know, birthday cake is no fun unless you have someone to share the birthday cake with. So instead of birthday cakes, got some Lady Glaze artisanal donuts. So check these out. Like, this is amazing. I don't even know what the flavors are, but they smell super, super delicious. So that's my treat in lieu of birthday cake. And well, I guess, you know, I have the birthday beer. Okay, see if anyone asks me any questions. Oh, Jeanette from the Netherlands. Oh, how am I feeling? I am back to normal. And being back to normal is really hard because here in Ontario, this is a holiday weekend for us. This is Victoria Day weekend. And this is the traditional weekend where everybody goes camping for the first time in the season. I can remember being like a teenager. I used to go camping at a place called Guelph Lake with my friends. And, you know, it's pretty much my first time other than being in Girl Guides camping in a tent. Actually, it was my first time being alone in a tent, was on these Victoria Day weekends. And we'd have a lot of fun canoeing around and swimming. It was really cold, but we didn't care because, you know, we were teenagers and we were just happy to be out and socializing without the adults around. But yeah, so it's camping, it's the camping kickoff weekend and nobody can go camping. I'm also sad because Prime Minister Trudeau was on today and looks like there's going to be no camping in the national parks for at least another 5 weeks. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. There's only so much more of this apartment I can stand. I need to break free somehow and find some kind of solution of where I can legally camp in my province and not break any rules. Carlos sugar flavor, that's for sure, those donuts. Willard, stay at home orders. I know you probably want to get back up in the mountains too. Sucks for everybody. Have I hiked the Coast to Coast Trail in England? No, I haven't. I've only been to the city of London in England. That's my only exposure to that country other than hiking in Ireland. And I've heard so many good things about the walking paths. So I would like to come and do that, but won't be this year, that's for sure. Glad I'm feeling healthy. Yeah. You know, I don't want to say I wish I was still sick, but if I was, you know, not feeling well, then it would make my longing to be in the outdoors much less. So yeah, you guys have any more questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I can just talk about some more stuff. Oh, I can tell you what my horoscope is. So I don't really believe in horoscopes, but since today is my birthday, I looked it up and it said, if born today, you will enjoy life to the fullest over the coming 12 months. You will wring every last drop of pleasure from each passing moment. But don't stop there. Help others to get more from their lives as well. Be a good example. Be someone they can follow. So that's my extremely vague horoscope. I don't know if I can really wring, there's only so much pleasure I can wring from sitting inside my apartment, but I shall try my best. I've been watching a lot of Netflix, and on Netflix are all the seasons of Star Trek. So really, I haven't been watching much other than Star Trek. So it's been Star Trek, Star Trek, Star Trek. Am I able to go on walks at a local park? Well, so they just announced that the provincial and national parks are open for day hiking. Unfortunately, I live in Kitchener in Ontario, which is a city surrounded by a lot of farmland. So there aren't any provincial or national parks near me. There are conservation areas, but those are still shut. So really the only walking I can do is around town in Kitchener. And in terms of going day hiking in the faraway parks, I don't have a car, and the park buses aren't running, so I can't get to them unless someone is willing to drive me there. But then you get into the whole thing with social distancing and being with someone that's not from your household and all that blah, blah, blah. So it's just Kitchener. I was thinking about going on a hike in my city to the breweries. Now, the breweries are closed, but I can still go inside and buy a can or buy a bottle. So I thought about doing a big long day hike and hitting some breweries just for fun. I might do that this week. And Georgia, much is open, but most people are being careful. Well, I hope everybody's being careful. And Kristen, hi, nice to see you. Oh, your sister's birthday is today and the birth of the state of Israel. Yes, I know that May 14th is the birth of the state of Israel. Israel, uh, really, really beautiful green spaces to hike and beautiful desert. And I love most of the people there. There's just a few people that gave me a hard time, but other than that, absolutely love Israel. And where do I get my seamless, endless, I guess is energy. Where do I get my energy from? Beer. That's, I don't know. I also had a coffee today, so maybe coffee. I haven't had any donuts. Oh boy, you don't want to see me later if I have beer and coffee and sugar. It's gonna be a crazy time up with my gnome in the apartment. Chris, so what's the birthday beer? This is the Lady Friend IPA, or as they say in Argentina, IPA, the IPA beer. In Argentina, whoa, because I was looking at like, okay, when I can fly and leave my country, where can I go to? Argentina has closed their borders to travelers until September. And they put that in place way back. Like Argentina is just not fooling around at all. So I'd like to go back into Argentina, but I don't think that's going to happen for a long time. Okay, I pressed a wrong button here. Okay, back to it. Hi, Rod. Camping will open up here in Ontario soon. We'll see about that. That I want to do the West Highland Way in Scotland. Yes, well, I don't have any hints or advice because I haven't done it yet, but I do have a flight booked from Toronto to London, England on September 21st. So I don't know if that flight is still going to happen. I'm hoping it does. And I'm not going to book any further travel or flights until I know what the rules are going to be. But if I can get into Scotland from London and it's permissible to move around and hike around, then I will be doing the West Highland Way at the end of September. Hopefully, maybe, we'll see. Saw that CTV had a Falcon camera in Kitchener. Oh, that's pretty cool. I miss seeing wildlife. You know, people are talking about animals coming into their cities, like, I don't know, raccoons everywhere and skunks and badgers and coyotes. I haven't seen anything. Just the regular squirrels outside the window. Oh, and a lot of Canadian geese. And you gotta be careful for those geese because they get angry real fast. I have not been attacked by a goose, but I have been threatened by geese on many, many occasions. Bridge dance. Oh, hi, Joe. So happy COVID didn't eat you up and spit you out. Yeah, you know, it's very interesting with COVID-19. You don't really know how your body is going to react until you get it. Some people, it just demolishes them and, you know, becomes something critical and potentially fatal, which is absolutely horrible. Other people don't even know they have it and have no symptoms. So I guess I felt somewhere like in the low side, like maybe less than half the middle, where yeah, I felt it for quite a while. It was like a really terrible flu/pneumonia, but it didn't demolish me as some of the other guys. So I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, so I think that saved me, because in the last few years I have not eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables. I have eaten a lot of instant mashed potatoes and chocolate. So I had been eating really, really healthy when I got it. And I am still trying to eat healthy. Just forget you saw those donuts. I am trying to eat a lot healthier. Okay. If you keep hiking for years and years to come, you may need a liver transplant. Oh, I hope not. That would be terrible. I don't know. I'm sure as time goes on, I may cut down on my drinking, but you know, there's a lot of old grannies out there who still enjoy a glass of wine now and again, and that'll be me. Here, apparently vitamin D helps to prevent clotting of the blood. Yeah, I did have big doses of vitamin D because I'd been out in the sun for months and months and months. Now, I have not been getting enough vitamin D. I do take a multivitamin every day, but when I was in quarantine with COVID-19, I couldn't leave my apartment. Now I can leave my apartment. And I think Saturday is supposed to be sunny. The rest of the days are in the long weekend are going to be rainy rain. So Saturday, I'm just going to maybe just lie in the parking lot of my apartment building and try and soak everything up. Okay, finish your PCT videos. My favorite part is when you start crying at the end. Thank you so much. You know, when I think about those moments in the past, then I almost start crying again. If I was ever an actress on like a soap opera or something, and then be like, okay, you need to be sad because your boyfriend Bobby was cheating on you with Felicia or whatever, I'd just be like, getting to the monument, and it'll just pour out of my eyes for sure. Now I'm gonna start to cry thinking about it. I won't. I'll just have another sip of beer. So how about you guys? You guys that are maybe in states or countries that allow hiking? Are you planning anything? Are you going anywhere? Or are you just trapped inside like me? Let me know. Check out Gabrielle Traveler channel. I will check that out. Thank you, Marge. Carlos, ever thought about taking notes on the beers from breweries you're visiting and doing a separate channel or maybe even a book? I keep saying, oh, it's too far gone because I've already had all these great beers that I've not taken notes for. But yeah, that's something I should really think about going forward. The best trail beers of the world and all the hot spots, because it seems like anywhere that's touristy that has really great hiking trails now is having a brewery or a microbrewery prop up because they're so profitable. So I think hiking and tourism and beer and all that kind of holiday stuff will become more and more intertwined, and there's going to be many more beer times along the trails. Okay. Chris, staying close to home and hiking minor peaks. Chris, you're lucky. Where you live, you have a lot of great options, especially just out for a day. I'm really jealous living in California. Marge is asking me about the Fergus part of the Cataract Allura Trail. Yeah, there are some rail trails around here. This is very flat farmland country, so most of the trails are dual use with bicycles. And to me, walking on that really groomed, crushed gravel, flat stuff, that's superb for bicycles. It's not so nice when you're on foot. And then of course, they don't want you camping along the corridor. So that is an option, but I guess it's better than nothing. Maybe I should get on the rail trails. And, oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Christy, for the happy birthday. And Jay Casters, thank you so much for that very nice comment too on here. Then you guys have more questions. Somebody asked, okay, I've gotten a few people asking me if I was writing a book. I don't know where that rumor came from. I'm not writing a book at this time. I have no book. And I had someone ask me if I've ever been on TV. And yes, I have been on TV. When I was younger, I was on TV a lot. I liked being on Canadian game shows when I was young. I was on the show Video and Arcade Top 10 many times, winning video games and being a little gamer girl. I was also on a kids show called Clips in Canada and a few other Canadian kiddie shows. And then when I got older, I was on a few Canadian trivia type shows. I was on a show called You Bet Your Ass. I was on a show called Gutterball Alley, where I had to answer some questions. Then I got a bowling ball and I could bowl for money. And guess what? I got a gutter ball and I lost all my money. So I didn't like being on that show so much. And I was on Spin-Off, which is the trivia show where I won enough money to hike the Appalachian Trail in 2014. So that was a really cool experience. And then one other time I was on this Kitchener panel politics discussion show. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was myself and 3 or 4 other panelists and a moderator, and then we were given questions about politics and social issues and we debated them, and it was weird, but I was invited to be on that TV show and I did that. But other than that, maybe a couple of appearances on the news. Not really been on TV very much. And I'm kind of mad because there aren't any more Canadian trivia shows for me to try out for. If there were, that's what I would be doing right now. No idea I was on those shows. Yeah, because I don't know, I really like trivia and it makes me nervous to be on TV, but I don't mind it so much. Let's see, some other people sent me some questions here. Somebody asked me if I think aliens exist. Now, I think that our universe, galaxy place is very, very large. So perhaps there is other life out there. I believe there is other life out there. Whether they look like Wookiees or Klingons, I don't know. Probably not, but there's probably other life. And if the aliens are listening, I come in peace. If you want to send me weird questions, I don't mind answering them. Czech Republic allows hiking. What? Maybe if Czech Republic still allows hiking, then maybe when I fly to London, I'll fly into the Czech Republic and do some stuff. Especially if you guys in the Czech Republic have your hiking, your travel bubble set up with Slovenia. I've heard a lot of good things about hiking in Slovenia also. Uh-oh, the beer is talking. I haven't had that much yet. Have I ever been in the Netherlands before? No, I have never been to the Netherlands. I've been in the airport, Schiphol airport, probably 25 times, but I've never actually left. And it's funny because sometimes I have a long layover, like 8 hours, and I think, great, when I get to the airport, I'm gonna go into town, have something to eat, look around and come back, and then my flight will be delayed and I don't have time for the stopover. And that's happened 2 or 3 occasions. So I would like to go so I can go to the Heineken factory. So I would like to visit the Netherlands. And I know you guys have some great hiking down there too. Yeah, Schiphol, Amsterdam. And yes, there are Camino trails in the Netherlands. There's Camino trails everywhere in Europe. So many trails, so little time. Do I know anything about Nebraska? We're supposed to go in a month. No, I don't know anything about Nebraska. I haven't been there. I would like to visit all the US states at some point, but I don't know. It's been hard because for me in Ontario, I have to abide by the Ontario rules, but people in some other provinces like Manitoba, which is next door, and Alberta have opened up their camping in some of their parks. But you really have to be a resident to be able to book those sites, because they don't want people traveling from too far away. So I don't know, maybe I should just move to Alberta for the summer so I'd be allowed to hike there. Slovenia or Slovakia? Both. I've heard both good things about hiking. I do mix them up because get a little confused sometimes, but I think it's Slovakia. Actually, I'm gonna mix it up, so I'm not even gonna say. But one of them for sure is trying to partner with the Czech Republic for a travel bubble. Any more questions, you guys? I closed the windows because it was really noisy outside with the rain and the cars driving by, and it's getting hot. Favorite moment from last year, Antarctica. Yes, you know what? I think it has to be Antarctica because it was such a surprise that I was even going to go, and it like tore at me because I'm like, oh, it's so expensive. I could be spending months and months hiking in the mountains or take this one trip. And I'm so glad that I went ahead with the trip because I never expected the scenery, all those huge, white, massive icebergs. Like it felt like, I always thought Antarctica was like a dead place, but Antarctica felt so alive, even more alive than many other places I've been in the world. Just because the ice is always shifting, and then the seabirds and the incredible hard lives that so many of those animals and birds have, and the amazing adaptations their bodies have gone through to survive. It's just such an incredible place. And I don't know in the future what Antarctic travel is going to be like, because nobody wants to go on a cruise ship, let alone a cruise ship that they need to pay 10,000 US dollars for. So I'm hoping those Antarctic cruise ships can weather the storm and they will be back in operation so other people can get the chance to visit the seventh continent. Okay. Do I like the Brothers Landreth band? I don't know of them. You know, since for the past few years, I've been listening to very little music because I couldn't load a lot of music onto my iPhone. There wasn't a lot of space. So I've been listening to a lot of like 80s retro and classic rock, so nothing really new. So I'm sorry, I haven't heard of that band. Hey, Bad Pilgrim, hi. Am I sitting on a bridge right now? Yeah, a bridge of craft dinner. I'm on a bridge of craft dinner doing a bridge dance. Yeah. Did I ever manage to pick up a newer phone? No, I still have my iPhone 8. I've been looking, I'm hoping that prices will start to come down. And actually, I remember your suggestion when you're asking, like, I think it was you, Carlos, that was asking how many steps I do in a day. So I might actually get an Apple Watch. So that way I can check my heart rate when I'm hiking, also keep track properly of my steps, and it's going to be handy making videos because then I can set my phone up somewhere and then press the button on the watch to start the video or take the photo. So I'm thinking of like new things I can add when filming. So because I added recently this year the selfie stick, which is good. I run into the problem though, if I have too much stuff, when I'm really tired from hiking and I'm like, oh, I just want to set up camp, I become less likely to use all the gadgets and just like, oh, forget it, I don't want to film anything. So I have to be careful. If I do add equipment in, I need to make sure it's something really easy and simple to use. Kudos to those vloggers that are coming out with like sweeping cinematography scenery stuff, and they have drones and all these wild shots. I'm definitely not a talented photographer or videographer to pull that kind of stuff off, and I love watching it, and I truly appreciate the amount of time and effort they go through to get those great shots. Did I see any penguin? Oh yeah, I saw lots of penguins. And you know what? I smelled the penguins before I even saw them. Penguin poop is terrible. You know, I used to think like kitty litter was bad. It's like, no. It's like kitty litter times 10, really bad smell. And then you get this penguin poop all over your boots. So everywhere you walk, the smell lingers with you. And then you get on the ship and you scrub the boots, and then it's all good. I like the fact that you don't use much music. Yeah, I don't use much music because it's too complicated for me to add in. I have enough work to do, just like editing clips and writing my captions. And speaking of filming, have you watched Mile and a Half? Yes, I have seen Mile and a Half. I watched it before I walked the Pacific Crest Trail, and it really pumped me up. It also, I think, scared me a little, but it mainly pumped me up than frightened me. People don't approve of drones. Yes, I do not like drones where they are not allowed, and that's pretty much any park system. You cannot fly a drone. It's bad for the birds, and it's annoying for other hikers because you hear this incessant whine, and you're like, where is that coming from? I also, this is very weird to say, but I don't like the idea of being filmed without my permission because I don't know where the drone is. So I don't want the drone to catch me on camera like pooping or something, because I don't know exactly where the drone is. I don't want to end up on YouTube pooping. This is probably not realistic to happen, but I'm just saying. Have I heard of forestry forest from Canada? No, I haven't. I will look on the YouTube. Okay, what is the most impressive animal you ever saw while walking a trail? Well, it wasn't walking a trail, but the time one of the times I got kind of startled by an animal was when I was camping. I was on safari in the Ngorongoro crater, and so we all have like our tents around, and there's warthogs and there's zebras that kind of go there, and then at night there's a fire going, and there's a Maasai tribesman who's kind of like supposed to be like the lookout for the animals. Well, because of course I have to pee in the middle of the night, I got out of my tent, everybody's asleep. The fire had gone out, and the Maasai person, he was sleeping. So everybody was asleep. And I went over to where the outhouse was, and it was dark, and I went inside the outhouse, and then when I was in there, I heard noise. And then I got out of the outhouse and I looked, and there was a huge rhinoceros not far from me, maybe like this far, you could see, away from me. And the rhinoceros was eating the green grass that was growing behind the outhouse. And I was just like, don't charge me. I'm nice. Whoops. Whoops, sorry about that, dropped my phone. I was like, don't charge me, I'm nice. So I just kind of like backed away very quietly. Rhinoceros didn't care, just went back to eating that green stuff. And then I went into my tent, zipped up, and then put my blanket like this, laid like that for maybe like 20 minutes until I fell back asleep. So that was one of the most surprising things. At least you weren't trapped by a bear like a hiker in Kernville. No, I would not like that at all. Jeez, mad respect for these big mammals. You know, gotta respect them in nature. You respect them, hopefully they'll respect you. What's the most impressive animal you ever saw in the Camino? Yeah, I think you drew you put the right emoji there, probably a fox. On the Caminos in France, Spain, Portugal, you're gonna see more sheep and cows than anything else. A lot of cute dogs and friendly horses. And a lot of angry dogs that also bark their heads off at you. Father Jeffrey, any lingering stress from the incident? I don't like the incident. The incident doesn't like me. No, I don't think there's stress unless I think about it and dwell on it. And I've tried to kind of move on from all of that and not think about it. And that's like away, and I'm just looking ahead this way and moving straight along. Most impressive geological feature. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know, like I have Patagonia fresh in my mind. So like seeing the sunrise at the Torres del Paine in Patagonia and seeing them light up with the pool down below and the red on the rocks, like that was just spectacular. The way that that whole park has been carved out by glaciers. Same thing in Dientes de Navarino and same thing on the Humel circuit, all glacier areas. Glaciers do some good work, you know, better than any painting. Okay, do we have any more questions? I've been on for a while. I think maybe it's time for me to go and eat a donut. Thank you all for watching. And oh, wait, I wanted to ask one more thing. Do any of you guys like Zoom calls? If you don't know what Zoom is, it's a way to video chat where everybody can see each other. And if people are shy, they don't want to be on video, you can just hear each other talk. And if people don't really want to talk, they just want to see it just like a show, then they can just watch it like a show too. So you get to choose your interactivity level. So I was thinking about having a Zoom chat because there's so many of you that maybe we haven't seen each other in a million years, or perhaps we've never met in person, and it would be great to kind of put a face to the name. Sorry to you guys writing here. Yes, okay, yeah, Carlos, I know you do it. Okay, well, you don't have to be too shy to Zoom. You can just watch the Zoom happen, and you don't necessarily have to participate. You could type in chat. You don't have to talk or be on video. Yes, you can hide behind a pillow. That is fine. Or if you like, you can just put on a dragon hat and just sit quietly with a dragon hat. That is also allowed in the Zoom chat. So I may put together, I figure out a day and a time for us to Zoom chat. I have a Zoom account so I can host it, and that would be a lot of fun. Oh, hi Ingrid. Put the crown on the dragon hat. Okay, I'll do that, and then I'm gonna go. So got my dragon hat. I can't really get it on here. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Until next time, and maybe on Zoom. Till then, I'll be sitting in my apartment bored. Okay, bye everybody. Oh, how do I turn this off?